You know, we're always told that when it comes to exercise, more is better. But what if that's just not true? If you're putting in the time, you're sweating, but you're not seeing the results you want, the answer might not be to work harder. It might be to work smarter. In this explainer, we're going to dive into the science of getting way more out of every single movement you make.
So, does this sound familiar? You're juggling work, life, everything else, and you're trying to squeeze in a workout, but it just feels like you're spinning your wheels. I mean, it's no surprise that two of the biggest reasons people skip exercise are lack of time and just not knowing what the heck to do for the best results. If that's you, trust me, you are definitely not alone.
Okay, so what is the solution? It's really about a shift in how you think. Instead of counting the hours you log at the gym, we're going to focus on the quality and the intelligence of the exercises we choose. It's all about getting the biggest possible return on that precious time you're investing.
All right, first up, let's talk about compound exercises. These are the heavy hitters of the gym. See, unlike an isolation move like a bicep curl that just works one little muscle, these are multi-joint movements that recruit huge amounts of muscle all at once. I mean, think about a squat, right? It's hitting your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your core, all at the same time. And more muscle working means way more energy being burned.
Now, what if we could level up that efficiency even more? Well, we can with something called a complex. A complex takes a bunch of those powerful compound exercises and strings them together, one after another. You use just one piece of gear, like a kettlebell or a sandbag, and here's the kicker: there's no rest in between. It's just a seamless, total body flow.
Let's make this super clear. Take a look at the sandbag complex. You start with a bent-over row, which hits your back. Then you flow right into a clean. That's a super powerful hip movement. From there, you drive it overhead with a push press for your shoulders, and then you finish deep in a front squat for your legs. Did you see that? In just 4 moves, you've hit every major movement pattern your body can do: a pull, a hinge, a push, and a squat. It's basically a full-body workout in one fluid sequence.
So you might be asking, why are these workouts so darn effective? Well, it really comes down to 2 key scientific ideas. And the first one is this amazing thing that happens after you're done working out. It's called the metabolic afterburn.
The sciencey term is EPOC. Think of it like this: your body is a car engine. After you've been driving hard, that engine stays warm for a long, long time, right? EPOC is pretty much the same thing for your body. After a really intense workout, your body has to work overtime to recover. It's got to replenish oxygen, repair muscle, and just get back to normal. All that extra work requires energy, which means you keep burning extra calories for hours and hours after you've already hit the shower.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The data on this is powerful. Check out this study. Researchers measured the energy expenditure of fit women a full 14 hours after they did different workouts. And what they found was that compared to their normal baseline metabolism, both high-intensity interval training, HIIT, and this kind of circuit-style resistance training cranked up their metabolism significantly long after they'd left the gym.
Now, this is the really crucial part. During the actual 30-minute workout, yeah, the HIIT session burned more than double the calories, but look at the afterburn effect. It was almost identical for both types of workouts. So what does that mean? It means the total calorie burn over the next 24 hours ends up being way more similar than you'd think. That resistance workout is punching way above its weight because of that long, slow burn afterwards.
But believe it or not, the story gets even deeper than that. This kind of training isn't just about burning calories. It's about sending really powerful signals to your body. It's about changing your entire hormonal environment for the better.
Let's talk about a hormone called cortisol. We call it our stress hormone. Now, in short bursts, it's great. It's essential for our fight or flight response. The problem is, when we live in a state of chronic stress, our cortisol levels stay high all the time. And that's bad news. It messes with our sleep, it makes us crave junk food, and it literally tells our body to store more fat, especially right around our midsection.
And that idea, that our hormones are talking to our fat, brings us to something that has totally changed how we think about the body. We used to think of body fat as just, dead weight, just storage. But we now know that it is a powerful endocrine organ. That means your fat tissue is metabolically active. It's producing and releasing its own hormones, constantly sending signals and communicating with your brain, your liver, your muscles. This makes the health of your fat tissue absolutely critical.
And this right here perfectly shows the difference between healthy and unhealthy fat storage. Safe storage is when your body has extra energy and it responds by making more, smaller fat cells. That's good. Risky storage is when your existing fat cells just get bigger and bigger and bigger until they're basically overstuffed and inflamed.
And this is what leads to fat getting stored where it should never be, like in your liver and muscles, which is a fast track to insulin resistance. So intense full-body exercise, like the complexes we're talking about, sends a powerful signal to the body to get better at fat storage, to use that safer strategy and cool down all that inflammation.
Okay, so let's pull all this incredible science together. What does this actually mean for your workout? Let's build a new blueprint for you.
So look, the benefits here are just huge. You burn more calories in less time, which directly tackles that I have no time problem. You're improving your coordination, you're getting a massive cardiovascular benefit, but it goes way beyond the gym. You're building a body that just moves better in the real world. You know, making everything from carrying the groceries to playing with your kids feel that much easier.
So I really want to leave you with this final thought. What if we just stopped thinking about exercise as a way to punish ourselves or burn off the food we ate? What if, instead, we started to see our workouts as the single most powerful tool we have to send the right signals to our bodies? Signals that build a stronger metabolism, that balance our hormones, and that promote healthier, safer fat storage. Honestly, that one shift in thinking, it could change everything.